Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Tuesday. Got the public betting guide for MLB today. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on all those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in here. Nationals and Phillies for game one. 83% of the money on the Phillies minus 1.5. 72% of the money on the over 9, and then 79% of the money on the Phillies money line. Cardinals and Rays, 95% of the money on the Rays minus 1.5, 67% of the money on the over 8.5, and then 92% of the money on the Rays money line. Twins and Tigers, 65% of the money on the Twins minus 1.5, 95% of the money on the under 7.5, and then 52% of the money on the Twins money line. Marlins and Reds, 65% of the money on the Reds plus 1.5, 52% of the money on the over 10, and then 71% of the money on the Reds money line. Astros and Orioles, 84% of the money on the Orioles plus 1.5, 59% of the money on the over 8.5, and then 65% of the money on the Astros money line. Braves and Pirates, 94% of the bets are on the Braves minus 1.5, 56% of the money on the under 10, and then 91% of the money on the Braves money line. Blue Jays and Guardians, 74% of the money on the Blue Jays minus 1.5, 88% of the money on the over 8, and then 61% of the money on the Guardians money line. Royals and Red Sox, 85% of the money on the Red Sox minus 1.5, 83% of the money on the over 10, and then 85% of the money on the Red Sox money line. Cubs and Mets, 95% of the money on the Cubs minus 1.5, 90% of the money on the under 9.5, and then 87% of the money on the Cubs money line. Nationals and Phillies, 54% of the money on the Phillies minus 1.5, 97% of the money on the under 9, and then 89% of the money on the Phillies money line. Yankees and White Sox, 52% of the money on the White Sox plus 1.5, 72% of the money on the over 9, and then 55% of the money on the Yankees money line. Rockies and Brewers, 64% of the bets are on the Brewers minus 1.5, 59% of the money on the over 8.5, and then 80% of the money on the Rockies money line. Giants and Angels, 98% of the money are on the Giants minus 1.5, 71% of the money on the under 9, and then 76% of the money on the Angels money line. Dodgers and Diamondbacks, 83% of the money on the Dodgers minus 1.5, 63% of the money on the over 9.5, and then 67% of the money on the Dodgers money line. Rangers and Athletics, 57% of the money on the Athletics plus 1.5, 57% of the money on the over 7.5, and then 91% of the money on the Athletics money line. Padres and Mariners, 65% of the money on the Padres minus 1.5, 82% of the money on the under 8.5, and 78% of the money on the Padres money line. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Tuesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Wednesday. Have a good one.